Hi everyone, good morning. I hope all of you are good and I am also fine. So today I will take one class from science. Okay, the chapter is force and pressure. For which class? Class 8. And this lecture will help you for the preparation of the following competitive exam, that is NTSC, KVPY, LM Olympiad, UPSC, TET, CTET, NDA, JEE, NEET, Foundation, and TPSC, TCS, TPS. Okay, this is for Tripura State Civil Service exam. Okay, the topics is force and topics is physics, subject is science, and chapter is force and pressure. So this chapter, this force and pressure is related to physics. That's why I am giving topic is physics. So let's start. What is force? So first, what is force? We have to know that one. We know that a push or pull is known as force, right? What is force? So let me explain. Write the definition of the force. A push or pull on a body or object is called force, right? So I give you here the short note for to understand better. Okay, so a push or pull on a body or object is called force. So that is what is a body and what is object. A body and object, those on which have definite shape, definite mass, definite volume. Okay, so those are those substances which have definite mass, definite volume, definite size, and definite density. Those substances are known as body or object. And when we push or pull on a body, this push or pull is known as force. Suppose for example there is one block. Okay, there is one block and I applied here force. How much? 100 Newton. And this one is applied force. Okay, this one is applied force. This one is applied force. This one is push. And push or pull. This one is push. And if here this one is trolley bag. This one is trolley, and you pull this one in the direction. Okay, in the direction. This is F. This one will be applied force, but this applied force will be pull. We pull this one. Okay, and this is the body. Okay, how much force? I don't know. Maybe 50 Newton. Suppose. So what is force? If we push a block means a body, this push is known as force. And if we pull a body or object, or it may be trolley, or it may be blocks, or whatever it may be, okay, which have mass. If we pull this one, this pull is known as also force. Okay, fine. Now, force are used in our everyday life or everyday actions. Where I give you note here for all of you. Force are used in our everyday action or everyday life. Okay. How we are used force in our everyday life or everyday action? How? Like pushing, pulling. Okay, pushing, pulling, then lifting, and after that stretching, stretching, and tracing, twisting and pressing. By these activities we used in our everyday actions force, okay, or everyday life. So what force are used in our everyday actions or everyday life, in our everyday action or everyday life, like when we push anything, or when we pull anything, or when we lift anything, or when we stretching anything, and when it's twisting anything, or when we pressing anything. Like we push the door of a room and pulling the trolley back and lifting a box from the floor, okay, and stretching means stretching the rubber blade, and twisting and pressing anything, okay. So in this action, by this action we used force in our everyday life or everyday action. Understood? So first we know what we learn, what we discuss here. We learn what is force, sir. Force, that means a push or pull on an object or body is known as force, and force are used in our everyday life or everyday actions, like when pushing a door, when pulling the door, or when lifting a box from the floor, or when stretching a rubber stick, or when twisting anything, anybody, and when pressing pressure on any object, okay. So by this way we used force in everyday life, okay. Now force is what? Another point, note, this one is 1 and this one is 2. Force is a vector quantity. Force is a vector quantity. What is vector quantity? I will explain later, okay. So now force is a vector quantity because force has magnitude and direction both. So force is a vector quantity. Why it is vector quantity? Because it has both magnitude and direction. Let me explain. Suppose this is one block, this one is 100 kg, and this one is in rest, okay, one block, and I am applying force here. What force I am applying here? 150 Newton, suppose, okay. So force, this one is applied force, this one is applied force here, applied force, that is I am pushing here, pushing, okay. Now if I apply this force in the direction, so when this one is object and I am pushing this object in the direction, so I am pushing by a value of force, by a magnitude of force. Magnitude means force, I am applying some few force, okay, with some few force I am applying force. Suppose this is the board and I am applying force in this direction. So when I am applying force here, I create some force on that board, is not it, and this force have some magnitude. Magnitude means the value. So the value of the force is 150, and the direction, in which direction I am applying there, in the direction, this is the direction, this is the direction of force, this is the direction of force, direction of force, okay. This is the direction of force, and force has both direction and magnitude. That's why force is known as vector quantity. So what is vector quantity, sir? Which physical quantity have both magnitude and direction are known as vector quantity. I will write here, okay. Note, vector quantity. What is vector quantity? I write here. Though which has both magnitude and direction, okay. Magnitude and direction are known as vector quantity, called vector quantity, okay. Example, force, velocity, etc. Example, force, velocity, etc. And another interesting thing here, I already write here. Here also I am writing force is 100 Newton, and here also 150 Newton, and what else 1 kg. So what is the Newton? What does it mean Newton here? What does it mean Newton here? Here SI unit of force. Do you know unit? I think all of you know unit. What is unit? Unit is a quantity of by which we can easily understood the amount of quantity. Okay, the quantity have. So SI unit, I am right here. SI unit of force is is how much? This one is Newton. Okay, SI unit of force is Newton. That is denoted by capital N. Right? So we already learned what is force, and its SI unit is what? Newton, and CGS unit is dyne. I am right here CGS unit. CGS unit of force is dyne. Okay, dyne. And we already learned the force. Already we are use force in our everyday action or daily life. How? By pushing, pulling, lifting, stretching and twisting and pressing. Then force is a vector quantity because force has both magnitude. Force has both magnitude and direction. Okay, both magnitude and direction. Next, I am giving one example here. How force has both direction and magnitude. This is one block, and I am applying force here. That is pushing with what quantity? 150 Newton. This one is the magnitude of the force, and in that direction I am applying force in that direction. This is the direction of the force. So force has both magnitude and direction. That's why it is called vector quantity. So what is vector quantity, sir? Which has both magnitude and direction are called vector quantity. Example, force and velocity. Right? Next we will study So now we will discuss what are the effect of force. Okay. Now first one is force can stop, force can move, force can move, force can move a stationary jane rest. Okay, rest object or body. So by applying force, we can move a stationary object or rest object. Okay, if one object is rest and I am applying the force here, and it will move, starting to move from this point to another point. Okay, this one. Number 2 is what? Force can stop a moving object. Force can stop a moving object. Okay, force can stop a moving object or body, moving object or body. If someone coming towards me, or when a car moving with a velocity of with a velocity of 60 or 50 km per second, and to stop the train or car in the station, the driver use the brake. So what is brake? When you use the brake, that means this is one kind of force. Okay, this one is one kind of force. You drivers use this force against the motion of the train, motion of the plane, motion of the car, or motion of the scooter, or motion of the cycle. Understood this one? So force can stop a moving object or body. Now the third habit. Force can change the speed of a moving body or object. Force can change the speed of a moving body or object. How they can change? cycle is moving in this way and I am applying force, and I when a footballer or when a bowler, suppose all of you know watch the IPL or cricket match in India, so all of you know the better one. This example will be understood, simple understood for all of you. Okay, so when a bowler throws a ball towards a batsman, okay, and batsman this hit the ball in this way, so the direction of the ball is towards the batsman. Now when the batsman cut the ball will move the opposite direction. That means it may be midfield, it may be towards the straight or on the straight, okay, or it may be anywhere. But the batsman, by applying the force by his bats, batsman can change the direction of the cricket ball. And another example is when a football kick some another player, and when he pass to his teammate, then he apply a force in the direction. And one football suppose coming in the direction, you apply a kick here, and the ball direction of the ball is changed. So by kicking a football, by cut a cricket ball, we can change the direction of the ball. Okay, so force can change the speed of a moving body. So when he kick a football, this one is by kicking. That means by kicking, that is kick is what? Kick is one kind of force. And when he cut a ball by bat, what is it? This is one kind of force, is not it? This is one kind of force. Okay, so we learned three effects, that is force can change a stationary or object or body. That is stationary means rest, or rest means stationary, both the same. And force can stop a moving object. I already give one example. By applying, divers applies the brakes when he is trying to stop the plane, car, train, whatever it may be. Or force can change the speed of a moving object or body. Okay, now the one. Now the fourth one, force can change the direction of a moving object. Force can change the direction of a moving body or object. Okay, so we already discussed this one by kicking. Okay, so force can change the speed of a moving body. So when one one football, you kick another direction, you kick a football, then what will happen? The speed of the football will be changed. And when one ball, and when we apply the brakes, when driver applies the brakes on his car or on his scooter or on his train, the speed will be reduced, is not it? Speed will be reduced. That means force can change the speed of a moving object. And when you cycling and applying a brake, in that case also you change the speed of the cycle. And when you fasting the cycling, then the cycle will move fast and fast, and in that case also you change the speed of the cycle. That means you are applying force. Okay, now force can change the direction of a moving body. I already discussed here, when one football came here and he kicked this football, and if the football is came in that direction, so football is coming in that direction. Now after kicking the football, this football is coming in the direction, so direction is totally changed, is not it? And so fourth number is force can change the direction of a moving object. Now the fifth number is force. Right? Force can change the shape and size of a body or object. Okay, how force can change the shape of an size of an body object? How? Suppose there is one spring, is not it? Suppose there is one spring and you are applying stretching this one, okay, in the direction. So if you pushing this one, pulling this spring, the spring length of the spring will be expand, it will be expand. Okay, so you just change the shape of the shape of the object. The spring is this much, and when you are applying this force is in the direction, outside direction, the spring will be expand. You just change the shape of the body and size of the ray. And when a rubber stick is there and when you are applying this force touching, when you are applying the force to touch the rubber stick, then in that case also the shape of the object will be changed. And when there is a balloon or football, you are applying pressure in the inward direction and the balloon will something like elliptical. Okay, balloon is we know all of your balloon is spherical, but when you are applying this phase, the balloon will be something like elliptical, is not it? Then that means in the first time before applying force it was in circular shape, but when you are applying the force, the balloon become in elliptical shape or X shape. Okay, so the shape of the shape and size of the body can be changed by applying force. So these are the 5 effects, important effects of force. Okay, so all of you have to remember this one. Now let's take a screenshot from it, it will be helpful for you. Now we will study the types of force. Okay, there are so many types of force are there. So types of force. Now I read here balanced force. So what is balanced force? When the resultant of two or more forces in a system is 0. Okay, when the resultant force or net force of 2 or more forces in a system is 0 is called balanced force. Suppose this one is one block and one person A is applying the force in the direction with 100 Newton, and one person, another friend B, he is also, this one is F1 and this one is F2, applying the same force in the direction. Now in the direction force is what? 100. In the direction also what? 100. So net force is what? Net force or resultant force will be how much? F1 minus F2. Why it is F1 minus F2, sir? Why it is F1 minus F2? Because I take both the forces are in opposite direction. I take this one is positive, then it should be negative. If I take this one is positive, then it should be negative. Okay, I take this one is positive. This is 100 minus 100, that is 0. So net force 0 means this one is balanced force. Okay, and number 2 is unbalanced force. So what is unbalanced force? When the resultant or net force acting on a body or object on two body or object in a system is not 0. In this cases it will be 0, and in this case if does not 0, then it will become unbalanced force, and the body here body will be in rest, here body will be in rest, here body will remain in rest. Okay, so let's see here. So I give another example here. Suppose this one is one block, this one is one block, okay, this one is block, this one is block, and one friend A, one student A, he is applying force in the direction how much? 150 Newton by 150 Newton. He pulling this one in this direction, pulling, and he is also applying force here B by 120 Newton. Right? Now the net force. Now the net force, net or resultant force is what? Equal to F2, F1 minus F2. I take this one is positive and this one is negative. Is not it? Like in the similar in the previous case, this 150 minus 120, that is 30 Newton. Okay, that is 30 Newton. So now here, look at here, the resultant or net force is does not 0. 30 is not 0. Okay, so since the resultant or net force does not 0, then this force will call balance force. Okay, this force is called known as balance force, and the body will move in which direction? In the direction, because force is more in the direction, that's why the body will move in the direction. The body will move in the direction. Body will move towards A. So there is one is A pulling this one. So body will move in the direction. Okay. So understand this one. This is the or so many types of force are there. So these are the types of forces here. One is balance force and another is unbalanced force. In case of balance force, the resultant or net force of a system will be 0. But in case of unbalanced force, the resultant and net force will not be 0. Here, the body will be remain rest or stationary. Here, the body will not remain. The body will move in the direction in which the force is more. In the direction in which the force is more. So this is the distinguish of the two forces. Okay. So let's take a screenshot here. Now another types of force. Okay. Another types of force we can write on the basis of touching or non-touching. So one is contact force. So which one is contact force? Which are contact force? And another one is non-contact force. Okay, the contact force are those one in which physical touch is necessary. In which physical touch is necessary. A force which can be exerted by an object. A force which can be exerted by an object on another object only through physical touching is called contact force. Okay, a force which can be exerted. I write the definition here. A force which can be exerted by an object on another object. Okay, by an object on another object only through physical touch. Okay, physical touching, is called contact force. So now we already know this one, in which physical touch is necessary. That means in which physical touch is necessary, this kind of force are known as contact force. So a force which can be exerted by an object. One object can be applied on another object. Suppose me is one object and I am applying force on the board. This is in the direction. So in the direction through physical touching. I am touching this one. I am touching this one in the direction. I am pushing this one, and this one is vibrating. So through physical touching is called contact force. Okay. So what are the contact force are there? Different types of contact force also are there. So contact force are types of contact force. Number one is what? Muscular force. ठीक है सर? Okay, muscular force. Muscular force is one contact force. Okay, so muscular force is what? The force exerted by the muscles. This one is the force exerted by the muscles of a body is called muscular force. Okay, when the force is applied by the muscles of a body, suppose I am lifting one weight here. Okay, I am lifting suppose one weight here in that way. Okay, so when a bodybuilder lifting some weight, so this force is exerted by which? By muscle of the body, muscle of body of me or muscle of the body of weightlifter, in that way, is not it? So this kind of force will be called muscular force. When muscle is involved in it, through muscle I lifting something, or the athletic lifting something, or bodybuilder lifting something. Okay, so these forces are known as muscular force, right? Example is what? Example, athlete lifting a weight by his or her muscles. Okay, this one is will be the example, right? Understood? Now another types of is contact force is friction or frictional force. Friction or frictional force. Okay, friction or frictional force. So friction or frictional is what? The force which always oppose the motion of one body over another body. The force which always oppose the motion of one body on another body. The motion of one body over another body. Okay, over another body. What is the example? The example is here. Suppose this one is one table is here. Okay, this one is one table. Suppose this one is table and one box is here or book is here. So if you apply force in that direction, the force, frictional force will be in that direction. This one will be frictional force, which always, this one is the applied force. Okay, applied force. So this is one table and here one box or block is rest on the table and you just try to push the block or push the box. Okay, so this one will be the applied force, that is pushing something, applied force. Now the contact in between the contact surface of the block and the table. Okay, in between the contact surface of the block on the table, there will be one force acting opposite direction of the motion of the block. So of the block will motion in that direction is noted by applying this force. Now the frictional force will be in the opposite direction. It will be in that direction. Okay, the opposite direction of the moving of the object in between the contact surface. Okay, so this one will be frictional force and this one will be applied force. So frictional force is another kind of contact force, because frictional force is exist when two bodies are contact to one each other, is something like that. When we in the winter session we will do this one, is not it, we will do this one. So this one is what, when I friction by two hands or palm of the hands, and there will be some create heat. Heat is generated in between the two hands, is not it. So why here heat is generated? By friction. By friction of the two hands is heat is generated. Okay, now so understood this one? Okay, now we will learn another types of force is non-contact force. So what is non-contact force? Okay, the force which can be exerted, the force which can be exerted by one object on another object from a distance, that is without touching each other, that is without touching each other. Okay, that is the force which can be exerted by one object on another object from a distance, okay, that means without touching each other. If I apply force on the board by a sufficient distance without touching the board, and this kind of force will be known as non-contact force, that is without touching. In non-contact force there is no need any physical touch. Okay, there is no need any physical touch. And non-contact force also have some types. So types of non-contact force. So types of non-contact force. Now what are the types of the non-contact force? Number one is magnetic force. Number one is magnetic force. Okay, so what is magnetic force? The force exerted by magnet. The force exerted by a magnet on a magnet or magnetic material is called magnetic force, is not it? When the force is exerted by a magnet, the force exerted by a magnet on another magnet or magnetic material, it may be iron or nickel, okay, is called magnetic force. So in case of magnet, suppose this one is one magnet and this one is another magnet, and we know that a magnet has two poles, that is one is north pole and one is south pole, right? And if you close together one north pole and one south pole, they will attract each other. You no need to physical touch this one. So you no need to do this like that. Yes, like that. Because if this side is south pole and this side is north pole, then they will automatically attract each other by a long distance and without physical touching actually. So that's why this magnetic force also known as non-contact force. And this magnetic force, when you take the both north pole or south pole closer, they will repel each other and you can feel one force. You can't close this magnet towards each other, towards the south pole each other, because there will be one force created. This force is known as what? Magnetic force. So magnetic force has both force of attraction and force of repulsion also. When same pole is close together, then the force will be repulsion. When opposite poles, that is one north pole and one south pole is close together, then this force is known as what? Attraction, force of attraction. Okay. Now suppose this one is one magnet, this is north pole and south pole, and this one is another magnet, north pole and south pole. So there will be one force, and this force is known as attraction force. Okay, and opposite case also true. If you take both are north pole, then they will repel each other. Okay, they will attract each other there. And if you take another this one is suppose another magnet, and this one is another magnet, this one is north pole and this one also north pole, and south, here south. So then in that case there will be one force, and it will be repulsion force. Okay, repulsion force. So in that case they will repel each other, in that direction. Okay, so there is a gap, is not there is a gap, there is no physical touching actually. So here also applying force. This force is known as magnetic force, and this is one kind of non-contact force. Okay, right? Now let's try another non-contact force is electrostatic force. Number 2, electrostatic force. So what is electrostatic force, sir? Actually the electrostatic force, the force exerted by an electrically charged object. The force exerted by an electrically charged object, okay, is called what? Is called electrostatic force, right? So simple. Here magnet is applied the force, here what? The force is exerted by an electrically charged. When electrically charged, what are charges? I will explain in another class what is charge and what is current, what is electricity. So charge, there are two types of charge. You also know, you have to know this one. One charge is positive charge and another is negative charge. Like here is there is two poles in the magnet. One is north pole, another is south pole. Similarly, in electrostatics there is two charges. This one is positively charged and another is negatively charged. What is positively charged? That is in which electron is absent, and what is negative charge? In which electron is excess electron. Okay. If electron is more, it will be negative charge. If electron less, it will be positive charge. Now, when the force exerted by electrically charged object is called electrostatic force, and electrostatic force also a non-contact force, and it will applied by a sufficient distance. Suppose this one is one object, I draw a diagram. Okay, suppose this one is object, this one is positively charged, and this one is another object, this one is suppose negatively charged. Okay, this one is A object, this one is B object, both are charged object. Okay, so these two will attract each other, towards each other, they will move towards each other, they will attract each other. Okay, because of opposite charge, there will be force of attraction, okay. And if this one is plus and this one is plus, then they will be repel each other. Okay, same charges will repel each other and opposite charges are attract each other. So this is also a key what? Non-contact force, because their physical characters or physical task is known it. Okay, the force, whenever physical task is known it, these forces or this type of forces are known as contact force. Okay, so now the third and last one. Okay, the third and last one is gravitational force. Okay, sir, gravitational is more interesting. Gravitational force. So what is, I write simply here, okay, I write here the force of attraction here. This one is force of attraction. There will be one force of attraction will be there. Okay, force of attraction. Now what is gravitational force? The gravitational force is the force, the pull exerted by a processing mass is called gravitational force. Now, according to Newton, Newton discovered this gravitational force. According to Newton, in the universe, every object attract another object. Every universe attract another universe. Every planet attract another planet. Every star attract another star, or every star attract its planets towards each other. Okay, and this force is known as gravitational force. So, gravitational, what is the definition of the gravitational force? The pull exerted by object processing mass. The pull exerted by object by possessing mass called gravitational force. I write here, I give you one example here and drawing here. Suppose gravitational force, okay? Suppose this one is Earth, Sun, and this one is Earth, okay? This one is Earth. So, Earth rotates toward the Sun in that way, is not it? Okay? So, why Earth rotate towards the what? Towards the Sun, or Moon rotate towards the what? Moon rotate according to the around the Earth, and Earth rotate around the Sun. Why? Because in Sun is one object and Earth is one object. So, according to Newton, every object in the universe will attract each other, and this force is known as gravitational force. So, due to gravitational force of Sun, Earth always rotate or revolving around the Sun in an elliptical path. So, due to this gravitation, our solar system is exist. Okay, due to this gravitational pull, our solar system is exist. If gravitational pull is not there, our Earth will not rotate around the Sun also, and Moon will be not rotate around the Sun also, and even everybody, I am still here on the floors, okay, because of gravity or gravitational force. That is gravitational force and gravity is basic difference. So, when every object, Earth attract every object on the surface of it or near the surface of it by a force, and this force is known as weight of the object or gravity. Okay, so due to this gravity or gravitational force, our atmosphere is also exist. Okay, and I am also exist on the floor because of gravity, and one ball is falling in this way. Look at the marker is falling in this one is called free fall. Why it is falling towards the Earth? Why it is not falling in the upper side? Because upper side is space, in the lower downside is also space. Why this object falling in the direction? Because I am just simply in the direction. Why? Because of Earth attract this object. Okay, and this object, this force of because Earth attract this marker by a force, and this force is known as gravity or gravitational force. Okay, so due to gravitational force, everybody are lying on the surface of the Earth, and every atmosphere of the Earth is also exist due to gravitation or gravitational force pull of the Earth. So, the pull exerted by object means Earth by possessing mass is called gravitational force or gravitational gravity. Okay, gravitational force or gravity. So, these are the basic three types of non-contact force in which no physical touching is required. Okay, number 1 is magnetic force, number 2 is electrostatic force, number 3 is gravitational force. These are non-contact force, and in the previous I already learned, we already learned the water contact force. Contact force, what? Contact force are those one in which physical contact is required, that is muscular force and frictional force. So these are the 5 basic types of force, and also we learn the balance force and unbalanced force. What? So the chapter force and pressure, the force part is almost 98% covered. The force part is completely covered here. We will do some numericals from it by later. Now this one is lecture 1. This one is lecture 1. Okay, this one is lecture 1. Okay, for class 8. This is lecture 1. In the lecture 2, we will discuss the pressure part of the next part of the chapter. This one is pressure part. So in the next lecture we will complete the chapter. In 2 lecture, 1 chapter will be completed. Okay, so first I already discussed all the force related topics here. Now in the next lecture I will cover the pressure related all the topics. That is, in 2 lecture I will complete 1 chapter. That's why some videos will be near about 50 minutes, near about 1 hour, near about 40 minutes. Okay, more than 40 minutes will be required to complete all these 3 things, all this part cover. So I hope this lecture will helpful for you, and all of you are understood this one. If you enjoy it, if you like it, if you understand this one, then like, subscribe and share all of you with your relatives, and share this video all the friend circle of you and all the relatives, those are studying in class 8, 9, 10 or 6, 7, 8. Okay, so thank you for watching. Have a nice day.